Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name is Josh. Thank you for joining me for Full Lid Fridays. It's a busy one today. We got to get right to it. There's so much to cover. But before we do that, we were in the car today. We went to the post office. I mailed it a couple, DCP unsolicited packages to people, Canadian treats. And I'm like, do you have the keys? I want to check the mail. My wife took 10 minutes to go through her purse to find keys. And I'm thinking to myself, what is in this thing? Like, what is in a woman's purse? Men out there who are wondering, I'm about to open up Pandora's box because I took my wife's purse. Look at the size of this thing. What is in here? Okay, so we're going to go through this thing because what the heck? What is in, like, what does a mom need to carry? Most of you who are watching this are moms. And you're probably like, looking at me like this right now. Don't do it, Josh. But I'm doing it. Holy smokes, what is in here? Okay, so we're gonna open up. What is this thing? Back goo. Is this like an umbrella or something? What is this? What is this thing? How do you even open this? What is this? It's a coat. What is this? Oh, it's a bag. Oh, that's nice. Brilliant. Okay. Now, okay, we got, what is in here? Earrings. I guess it's, oh, this is from when Everly got her ears pierced. We took her to a professional place to get her ears pierced, and that's her earrings that she got. They were like $80. Oh my gosh. Okay, those are cool. Starbucks bag, anniversary blessings. So Kathy's aunt and uncle never fail to send a card to every kid in the family on their birthday or Christmas, and it's just always a card. There's never money in it, but they're very sweet. They're very old school, and so we always get cards, and they're nice. I don't know what's in here. There's a bag, like a bag, with just an appointment card in it. I feel like that's a little excessive, a little bit wasteful. Wrinkle releaser, important. Papers, garbage. There's a lot of garbage. Right in the pocket. That's fine. Need this thing, fruit to go. I don't know what that is. So just shopping lists, junk mail. There's so much junk mail in here. There's so much. Diary. And it's empty. Okay, well, she doesn't have many thoughts, I guess, or keeps them to herself, I guess. It's probably important. Again, more bills, a straw, whatever this is. I don't know what that is. Junk. Thank you. I don't know what this is. Some stuff, whatever. Keys, masks. Looks like a kid's one. Hey, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. A head flashlight. What is she doing? Is my wife planning a heist? What is in here? This looks cool. Oh, well. Oh, it's a nails. Close that. Glasses. Glasses cleaner. No glasses in there. A pen. Gel pen. Keeping that. That's mine. Ooh, jackpot. What the heck? Look at this. Holy smokes. Oh, Claritin. I think she got this today at the store. Candies. Whatever this is. Lipstick, I think. Oops, I think I ruined it. Oh, it's like a chap. Nope, I opened it wrong. I think I broke it. Whoops. Deodorant. Okay, so there's not really much craziness in here. Glasses. Wait, glasses? Like just empty glasses cases. No wonder it takes you 10 minutes to go to your purse. There's so much crap in here. Receipts, masks. Oh, what's in here? What is this? It's like a sugar. R. It says R on it. It says open. What is this? Oh, whoops. That's a thingy for the old, oh, what the heck? What is, why does it have a plunger? Is this a maxi pad, right? This is what, or is this a tampon? Okay, so, oops. Okay, look, the technology has changed. What is this for? What the heck does this thing do? Can you see that? Where's the focus? Weird. Anyway, that's not sugar. Bunch of those different colors. Did the colors mean something? Are they different colors for different days? Whatever. Oh, the wallet. This is the wallet. Pretty sure I bought her this wallet. Not sure. Passports. She trying to leave me or something? She just, I feel like it's like a Jason Bourne moment here. She's got a passport in here. Oh, look at the money. Holy shit, where'd she get this money? She has tons of money in here. This loot, toonies. Toonies. Can you see that? There. Toonies. That's a Canadian $2 right there. We don't have paper money for toonies, loonies. We have no pennies. She got some money in here, man. Taking some of that. All right, so I've unlocked the secrets of the wife's purse. There's not much in here. Diary with nothing written in it. So. Ooh, what's this? More maxi pads. Ooh, let's clean the teeth. Oh. Oh yeah. Is this one used? Gross. Ooh, here's some nice glasses. Should you try these on? Why do you have the glasses in a pocket, but then you have glasses cases everywhere? Just put them in the glasses cases, right? These are nice though. Hi. Welcome to Dad Challenge Podcast. Put those in there. My wife's got nice stuff. Where does she get this? How does she afford all this stuff? Well, okay. I've unlocked the secrets of my wife's purse. There's nothing in here worth noting. I broke a couple of things. You know, maxi pads have, or tampons have increased in technology. I'm just gonna throw it all back in here. That's kind of eye-opening, eh? Guys, go through your wife's purses and put it on camera. Let me see. Tweet at me what you find. Anything cool? Anything mysterious that we don't know about? Holy, this candy. This is why women carry big purse like this, because they're holding candy in there. Okay, that was cool. So let's get right to Full Lid Fridays. First, I need my vanilla bean. Unreal how good this is. This is by Starbucks, whatever. Very delicious. Anywho, so Full Lid Fridays, if you don't know what it is, we recap the week, what went on in the Dad Challenge podcast, and we talk about what's coming up in the Dad Challenge podcast and maybe a couple things. We do some Would You Rathers. We do some cool things from Reddit. Whatever just strikes my fancy is what we're going to do right now. So first thing, big news in in where I live in Ontario, is that Toronto has gone back to COVID phase 2. We were almost coming up to phase 4, but then we went back to phase 2, which means that it's like basically lockdown again, which sucks for Toronto. Not where I live, which is great, but it's kind of ramping back up here, and so everybody's kind of worried about it, and people have been lax on their masks and all that stuff. When we talked about Sean FEUCHT, it was the big video where this guy from Bethel, who used to be a worship pastor at Bethel, is now going around the country doing unmasked worship events, very tight, close together, but him and his band are socially distanced from each other, and he doesn't interact with anybody, but everybody in the crowd, 9, 10, 15,000 people are sitting here singing, spitting in other people's faces. Unreal. And so he's been ratioed for good reason. He comes out with this Instagram post. These are super spreader events with rage. Portland, 5K people, no new COVID spike. Whatever. We're not even talking about spikes. We're talking about you are spreading COVID. Let's just be real, okay? Seattle, 3K people, no new COVID spikes. Sacramento, 12K, no new COVID spikes. Fort Worth, 7K, no new COVID spikes. Blah, blah, blah. 30 plus more cities, and he's doing this. He left out Nashville. He's a straight up liar. So look, Sean FEUCHT, you're a douche. And you know you're a douche. And you're being ratioed by everybody, even people who love Jesus. You're being ratioed by the whole world, and you're just ignoring it with your stupid ramen noodle haircut. So do you, buddy, but in the end, you got to live with it. That's all I'm saying about that. People that got mad at me for calling him out, which is so stupid. Anti-maskers, look, I understand what people are saying when they say, look, I don't want my rights infringed upon. I do get that. Like, I understand that people, like, they don't think that this thing is as bad as it is, and we can argue all day about the science of it, and maybe it isn't as bad as people are saying it is, and for whatever reason. But I think there's an element here that a lot of us are missing, and a lot of us in politics and people who have different varying opinions, is that you can be a human, right? Doesn't infringe on your rights to be nice to somebody. So if there's people like the girl Sarah we talked to at my that's coming on the network, who's got major issues with cardiac arrest, and she's got her stomach issues. Speaking to people like that follow me, there's a lot of people who have chronic illnesses. My family. a lot of chronic illnesses, cancer and all that stuff. There are people out there that will die from this. And so, look, I get that you're saying, I understand what you're saying about the whole idea that I don't want to mask my rights infringed upon, but you can still be a human. That's all I'm saying. You can be a human because wearing a mask doesn't infringe on any of your rights, to be honest with you. You just don't want to be told what to do. But then you pay your taxes and you follow the rules of the road. You wear your seatbelt. I'm just saying, you can wear a mask and be a human. You can hate it all you want. You can even put on the front of the mask, I'm doing this because I'm forced to, whatever. But if you wear a mask, it's just being human, regardless of the science of it all. It actually just shows that you care. That's all I'm saying about that. Moving on. Oh, actually, that's not all I'm saying about that. I got a couple people reaching out to me that I compared the Sean FEUCHT worship conferences to the BLM protests. And where I landed there was Sean FEUCHT did this because BLM did the protest, and the mainstream media covers the BLM protests like it's like the best thing since sliced bread. Don't talk about when people aren't masking, because you can look at the videos yourself. Lots of BLM protesters are masking. 100% they are. A lot of them are not. And it cannot be ignored that people are spreading COVID when you are out in big piles of people, mask or not. Sean FEUCHT, BLM, all of it. But everybody's calling me. One girl reached out to me and she just said, this is the dumbest statement of all time from these people. This is like the new rhetoric, the new sizzle talk that's coming from them. Just say you're racist to move on. Give me a break, okay? Give me a break, because I compared the two. I said that Sean FEUCHT and these worship and churches who are doing political protests by doing it, they're just doing what BLM did because mainstream media let them get away with it. Both can be wrong. Both can have points. But because if you don't agree with either side, far left or far right, just admit you're racist and move on. Like can we stop saying that? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. First of all, you don't know my heritage at all. And clearly, if you did, you wouldn't say what you said. So those people who are saying that, I'm not comparing the two to say like BLM is better than one or that one is more justified than the other. I'm saying one is doing it because the other one did it. And so they're justifying it that way. Take that as you will. Doesn't make me racist, you dumbass. So that's the COVID update. That's what's happening right now. It's not going away. The election's ramping up and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and crazier and crazier. All right, MYKA update. Yeah. So I dropped a big video this week, okay? And it got a lot of play. It got a lot of movement, a lot of comments. My source was very adamant about not being named. And again, I will never name my source. You know, I thank you to my anonymous source who came out and said that. And thank you to those who trust me with that story. Again, it's up to you to decide, because it was an anonymous source and you guys can decide whether or not you believe it or not. But I will tell you this. MYKA's watching these videos. The cooking videos she took down. She took down the Draw My Life story because of that video. So she's watching and she's probably very upset, and not a lot they can do, I guess, because I'm in Canada. You can't really sue me or send me a cease and desist or anything like that. But she's watching. And so it just gives me more reason to cover these more, because maybe then if she's watching, I can reach out and say, MYKA, if you're watching this, hey, why don't you just go get some help? You know, you are narcissistic and you're crazy, and, you know, maybe it will help therapy, getting some cognitive behavioral therapy into your system and learning what you're doing wrong so that you can actually be a better person. Instead of just blaming everybody else around you, say stuff like that, you know, instead of blaming everybody else, why don't you go get some help and be a better person? I was very, very like that when I was about 18, 19. It was becoming a really big, no one liked me. I went to university and said, I'm changing my whole life. I'm going to get help. I'm going to understand how I'm hurting people, how I'm being this type of person, very selfish. And I changed who I was completely in 1 year. And it set in motion kind of who I've become now. And I'm still not, obviously I'm not perfect, not even close. I still have some of those tendencies back from when I was young to make brash decisions and low impulse control and things like that. But I actually can see it though. The thing is I can actually see when I'm like, you ever been in a conversation and you're like, this isn't going very well. You're like, you're reading them and you're like, I'm saying too much stuff. And you're like, you overthink it or you think it properly. And you're like, I can actually see from the outside when I'm actually making behavioral decisions and stuff that are like, I shouldn't have done that, which is why this is kind of very important for me to talk to you in my therapy. It's kind of therapizing it out. And so that would be interesting to see if MYKA actually goes to get some professional help to figure out her narcissistic craziness that is leaving a wake of destruction. So that video was very, very big. And I think this week, hopefully if I have time, we're going to do the very big timeline timeline video were completed with the, I had lots of people helping me with the timeline and the exact story. And now we filled it in more of James's story, and we filled it up to this point. So anybody who's kind of coming on later can have the story from the front right to the back. And it's going to be filmed like, not a documentary, but we're going to put it all together as best we can to show you guys the whole timeline so that this is out there. And this is important to have. So thank you for watching that. Thank you for being on board. And to the poll people who wanted me to keep covering it, I'm going to keep covering it. Again, there's a few people commenting saying, why are you still talking about it? Well, I mean, read the 1,000 comments below you. That's why I'm still talking about it. People are still enraged. People are still involved and upset about what happened. And it keeps getting worse. So that's why I'm going to continue to cover it. Like, let's talk about YouTube for a little bit, because it's such a weird world. Such a weird world you get into as your channel grows. I'm at 40,000 subscribers now, which thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. It's just amazing that people want to hear me talk. And I hope I can always do good with that. I hope it doesn't ever go to my head. I hope I can always be balanced with what I say. But this whole YouTube world that really bugs me is that there are people who get obsessed with me. And people could say that I'm obsessed with MYKA, right? You can say, why I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with a story. And people, make videos. Oh, I think she's hot. Like, guys, let's be real. If you don't think Mike is attractive, you're dead. But the thing is about narcissistic people who are attractive is that's kind of how, that's their power. That's what they've used to get where they are. They use that as their leverage, and it's everything. Again, I know people like that in my life who have used their looks and their narcissism to get everything, and it's only to use people. And so you get all these people who are super obsessed with me, doing videos about me. They're on Facebook making fake profiles about me, accusing me of craziness like murder. No kidding. Doxing me with, it's weird because they said this is his address, and they actually put MYKA's address and a picture of her house, which is unbelievable. Don't ever dox people. Okay, just don't do it. But the YouTube world gets a little bit creepy when people obsess over you after not knowing anything about you. Now, the Michael Long and Sophie Long story has been the most divisive topic I've ever spoken about. At first, I came out and said, my initial reaction was, I can't believe he would just stand around and let that happen to his daughter. Then I came with an apology and said, look, I get why he did that, and I understand now. Then the thing absolutely exploded. But the majority of people still land on Michael's side, right? There's a small minority of crazy people who have invested their entire lives into debunking a girl who has reached out and has called out and has screamed out, have dedicated literally 10, 15 hours a day to like hating on those with a dissenting opinion. It's actually mind-blowing to me. When all you really have to do is land right here. If a little girl has said something and accuses somebody of something, you believe her and you wait for due process to happen. And that's what Annie and I have been saying to everybody. But that actually sparked a small hate group of people who are passionate about, I don't know, doxing me, calling me a murderer, a P, calling me these things and saying just absolute mistruths. And this other MYKA group that I left from because of all the drama just literally became a hate group about me, which is fine. Do what you got to do. But then they lost the plot. And now there's just people in there just every single day just hating. And they don't know me. They don't know anything about me. They know what I've said. They know my stances. But they literally dedicate their lives obsessively to create sock accounts, to create YouTube channels and things like that, to dox people they don't like. And that could be Sloan, that could be me, that could be anybody. It's as you get bigger, people just find ways to dox you because they're drama baiting. So we go back to that. This one is a little bit different than drama baiting though. These people are actually obsessive, and it can be quite scary. Although I live in Canada, no one's coming up here, it's freezing. So you can't get across the border, and all the people watch are in the US. I'm not really worried about it. Plus I got like 18 cameras on the other side of my house. Plus I'll kick your ass if you come close to me. So that being said, I'm not a wuss, and I can stand up for myself, but my wife doesn't like these obsessive people. And so this is a narrative of this YouTube world. I'm not famous, everybody. Not even close. Not even a little bit. I don't consider myself famous. I consider myself a little bit of an influencer because I do have a bit of a following. But the fact that people actually, come on my fireside chats and they get a little nervous, it doesn't bug me, but it actually perplexes me. I'm like, I'm really not that person that you guys think I am. I'm just a normal dude who lives a normal life, who has the same problems as a parent, who's passionate about the same things you're passionate about, who, loves vanilla bean from Starbucks. But this whole world of obsessive people can be really creepy. And especially, I think, I was talking to a bunch of YouTube women who are more influential in the YouTube world than in Instagram. It's even worse for them there, right? having women obsess over you and do crazy things is not as scary as actually, I think, having men obsess over you, sending you unsolicited pictures and being creepy. Like I'm actually have become so much more aware of how much more dangerous it is to be a woman on a social media platform. Because I've only got a little bit of it, but these women are experiencing tons of it. It is a weird world. So for those of you out there who want to be creators, just be warned that this world is really full of obsessive people who live their lives on YouTube and for the drama and everything else. Just like they watch Big Brother and all those other drama, they obsess over it. Like there's so many, if there's 400 million people on YouTube, you got to imagine that a small percentage of them are going to be obsessively creepy. They're going to be disgusting, and they're going to spread lies, and they're going to do stuff to gain themselves fame by creating false videos and by calling out everybody else except for themselves, living behind avatars and things like that, doing tea channels. It's such a weird world. So just be warned that this world could be very tiring. It could be scary. I'm not scared, but my wife doesn't like that stuff when people are obsessing over me. But there are obsessive people. And any platform you get, their obsessives comes out of the closet and they just get creepy and crazy. So to those out here who obsess about me, I'm really not worth obsessing over. I guarantee it. I'm a regular old dude. I'm not somebody special. I talk a lot. So it's just a weird world. And those people who follow me, if you're engaged in what I'm doing, the only way to combat these types of things is to never engage. Don't watch the stupid T channel videos that have no good content whatsoever. It's just the shallowest, most garbage content. They don't dig into any psychology of anything. They don't give an opinion. They just say words. Here's a video. Oh, look, they got boob implants. Or, oh, hey, look, they did this thing. And it's like, yeah, I just watched that video, so I know they did that. You don't engage. Don't leave comments, leave thumbs down, leave thumbs up. Don't leave negative comments. Don't even watch the video. The only way to combat weird, creepy, obsessive people is to not watch it. If you think I'm obsessive over MYKA, I don't blame you. Don't watch it. The one way you can combat this whole thing is just to not watch it, to be honest. People who are trolls, people who obsess over drama and all these types of things, their worst nightmare is to be ignored. Their worst nightmare is to be forgotten and never be engaged with. All trolls do that stuff for is to be engaged with. These T channels that do this stuff, they're basically just troll channels. They're trolling for you to make a statement. They're trolling for you to fight back and to be in anger because they thrive in it. So maybe we can create a culture of like, hey, see that channel over there? Just don't even engage. It's not even worth your time because they're trolls. They're drama baiters. And to ignore them is their worst nightmare. That's it. To ignore me, not my worst nightmare. I could care less. I think that what you come here for is my commentary, my thoughts, and I think I say a lot of things that you guys believe and that you believe yourself when I do reaction videos, which I'm going to do more of. I think you like that, and I think that's why you come here. You like to hear this beautiful microphone, by the way. You like to hear my voice, and you like to hear my take on things, and I really appreciate you. And I read every comment if I can, and I respond to the hate, I respond to the love, and I try to do what I can because I'm always learning. I'm always trying to be better. But to those creepy, obsessive weirdos out there, you're creepy and obsessive and weird. I hope that you know that. I wonder if I really would like to understand the psychology of obsessive and creepy people who stalk people on YouTube, who have you've no idea who they really are. Truly. We don't know who. MYKA could be someone completely different. She might be cool. I doubt it, but she could be. All these other T channels, you don't know who they are. You don't really know who they are. I think I might be one of the only YouTubers out there who what you see here is what you get. You can ask anybody in my circle, my sphere of influence, my friends. This is who I am. And I think that's the genuineness that's the authenticity people are coming for. I hope I'm authentic. I hope I come across that way because this is actually who I am. My wife watches these videos. I'm like, do you watch my videos? She's like, no, I hear you talk about the same thing every day. What you see is what you get. And a lot of these channels, what you see is not what you get. They're putting, especially family vloggers and all these people have to put on something for you. That's all fake. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with ingesting it and enjoying it. But I'm just saying, that's how you combat this stuff. That's all I'm saying. Okay, good. Okay, a couple cool things I want to talk to you guys is, what am I listening to this week? Important. When I do my work, because I do work full-time, everybody, you know that I have a full-time job, right? When I go to a place, I put on some music. I can't wait for Christmas, so I can't not lie. It's gonna be Christmas from November 1st onwards. But what I'm listening to right now is Avenue Beat. These girls, please do yourself a favor. They went viral this year with the low-key F 2020 song, which is a good song. Don't get me wrong. It's really well written. The music's good. But their other music is so good. And I don't even like country, and it's almost country. And I am obsessed with Avenue Beat. They're so, you know what I love them too? Because not only they're hyper talented, like mega talented vocally, they're musicians, but they don't dress like hookers, which is kind of refreshing. Not like I'm saying don't. I'm just saying it's kind of refreshing to have a bunch of girls who are just like normal. Just normal. It's kind of like why I like Billie Eilish too. She just very much, they wear baggy hoodies. It's not hypersexualized. They just go based on their talent, which is what the world needs right now. I really do believe that. So have a listen to Avenue Beat. Go tweet at them and say the Dad Challenge podcast told me listen to and I love you, because maybe they'll come on the show one day. I love Avenue Beat. What am I watching? If you listen to the Dad Challenge podcast last week, Tom said you need to watch All American. My wife and I started watching it because he said it was like Friday Night Lights. It's similar to Friday Night Lights. It's just it's drama. There's a lot of just like these rich high school kids who, it's not really a lot about football. It's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong. I like it. It's nothing like Friday Night Lights, Tom. Nothing comes close to Friday Night Lights. Unbelievable, because there's a lot of football in Friday Night Lights. But man, All American, it's like these high school kids look like you're not even trying anymore. This guy looks like he's 30. But they're all beautiful, rich, talented, and my wife's like, you know what? We like watching them for the drama. So she's like, I'm just so sick of like this visual of excess. These shows where it's like everybody wants to watch. You know, one of my favorite shows of all time is Entourage. And the reason I love it so much is because it's literally you're living vicariously through the show, where it's just this actor spending every bit of money he has and living this lavish lifestyle that we'll never achieve. And so we love watching people. That's why influencers get huge hits. That's why MYKA and James, when they had their big house, they get massive hits on these walkthroughs. People are watching because they want it. This whole world of influence culture and actors and all these people who are rich and all this stuff, it's based on, I want that, and I'm going to watch it and live vicariously through it. It's a weird psychology, and I agree because I fall right into it, because Entourage is one of my favorite shows. Airplanes and fast cars and girls and fake boobs and everything else, and they live that lifestyle. You're never going to live it, and so you like to watch it. Some kind of looking in from the outside at something that you'll never experience. So it's always about these, like real crime is the same thing when you're listening to stories about serial killers and murders, because you're living on the outside thinking, how can somebody do that? What's it like to be like that? And you watch these things and you ingest it because it's interesting. I am a people watcher. I used to work at the airport, funny, a long time ago. And my favorite thing was just people watching at the airport. Have you ever gone to an airport and just watch people? One day I'll do that with you when I'm traveling, and we will live stream watching and we'll people watch. It's very interesting what happens in my brain when I watch people. It's very cool. I think it's the psychology side of me. I was a psychology major in university. You didn't know that, but I was. I love psychology. Anyway, that's what I'm listening to. That's what I'm watching. Please go have a listen, have a watch. All American's okay. If you've never seen Friday Night Lights, please go watch it. If you've never seen Entourage, go watch it. Anyway, let's do a couple Would You Rathers and we'll wrap it up here. Full lid, baby. Full lid. This is a bad one. Would you rather marry and live with the love of your life for 10 great years, then they die horribly and painfully, or never love or be loved by anyone romantically? Oh, dang. I'm going to go, I don't want the love of my life to be killed horrifically, so no love for me. Oh. Most people voted love of my life who dies tragically. So most people would rather be loved and then the love of their life die. I don't know if I could deal with that. Whew, that's a hard one. Yeah. Yeah? Nope. Filming. Okay, well, she's looking for a purse. I gotta finish stuff. Would you rather have $60,000 in cash or $600,000 in pennies? I'm taking the pennies. I don't care. I got a warehouse full of pennies. It's fine. It's still $600,000. Don't be dumb, people. Yeah, everybody says that. Oh, that's a hard one. Would you rather die of heat stroke or freeze to death? Oh, man. I think if you froze to death, though, you'd go numb and you just kind of like go to sleep. So I'm going to say freeze to death for that one. All right, last one. This is for guys only. Would you rather get stung by a bee 15 times or take a gunshot to your nutsack? You don't want a gunshot to your nutsack. Of course you're going to get stung by 15 bees. That's a dumb one. This one goes out to a lot of YouTubers. Okay? This actually happens a lot. Would you rather die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain? I think you can say that to YouTubers out there. Would you rather just get off the platform at your height, or would you rather wait until you become canceled? I'm going to say die the hero. I'm going to say die. I don't want to live to be a villain. Most people say live to be the villain. It's very close, though. 202 to 170. Last one. Would you rather be loved or understood? Loved. Every day. And I love you. I'm going to close this off really nice with my vanilla bean. So today, I hope that you have an amazing fall day. Hope it's not too hot or not too cold where you are. It's perfect where I am right now. I want you guys to know one thing as my closing today. You are valuable. You are loved, even if you don't think so. Somebody has a crush on you, thinks about you a lot. You don't know who they are maybe, but somebody does. Every person that watches this show right now, there's somebody, even if you don't know it, has a massive crush on you. Not joking. They do. They think about you in the shower and stuff, but they do. You are valuable. You are loved. You're appreciated. And even if you don't think that you're appreciated, and you're a mom who's going crazy, single moms out there, and moms in general, and parents out there who don't feel they're appreciated, just know that you're appreciated. Even if your kids don't appreciate you, a bunch of assholes, but I appreciate you for doing amazing things by raising your kids and doing it right. So if you don't hear it from me. You're appreciated, you are loved, you are important, and someone has a massive crush on you. Big time. Like they get boners and stuff. So just saying, I hope that you have an amazing Friday. Have some fun tonight. Go do something nice for somebody. Wouldn't that be cool? I got some really cool ideas. I didn't talk about the future of what's happening. We got some cool ideas. Podcasting with Mark, Tom, Jeff, tomorrow night, probably coming out Sunday. Very excited. We're going to talk about some cool stuff that we're thinking about doing in the future and some really great stuff that you guys have given us ideas for. I'm very excited about that. I hope that you guys can come along for that ride too. It has been a good day so far. I'm very happy about today. This vanilla bean, killing it. Yeah, it's good. Went through the wife's purse. I should go give that back to her. She's trying to leave. So thank you for watching the Dad Challenge podcast. I love you. You are my therapy. Have a good day.